Hey, Thomas Porter here with Porter Barnwood. In the last episode, you got to meet Marc and Trish from Keep Your Daydream. They decided to pick out some oak live edge slabs. So I've brought you to my warehouse, which is like our dirty closet where we shove everything in when the company comes over.
I really need to clean this place up.
And I'm gonna see if I can't find something that fits their particular project perfectly. Porter Barnwood is a reclaimed materials supplier, but we're also a full custom shop. We have a wood shop, metal shop, a finish shop, and even contracting teams to get the job done. I have to find a piece that's got like maybe a knot or a curl, some sort of embellishment or something. It comes in and kind of curves so I can be thinner on one side, thick in the middle, thinner on the other side, and curve around for their bar top. And I need to be about 68 and some change long. So. Let's keep looking.
Yep.
I'm in my back warehouse lean-to where we have tons of oak slabs and all these other things sitting in the back, and I found one, Jesse, that's kind of sitting off to the side. Right there's this really cool looking knot that we might be able to use. If not, there's this really cool knot right here that I can use, and it curves in and curves back. I think this is our slab. And nothing says farmhouse like having animal feces on your stuff. So I'm thinking maybe just a clear coat. Then it'll be just like the real thing. We'll capture that essence in modern farmhouse. No? Yeah. We'll run this through the planer a couple times. Hey, Marc, it's Thomas at Porter Barnwood. Do you want to FaceTime? I'm actually here with Jesse in our live edge slab inventory over at the warehouse. There we go. What's up, dude?
Sweet.
All right, let me see if I can.
Camera?
It is. Let me swap this around. This big slab with complimentary bird turds is, I think, gonna work perfect for that bar top area. So I've got a choice between two. Right here, you see that like knot that's in the middle? I also have option B. So it's like an ingrained knot, and this curve right here would work as well. So it just depends on whether you want to go like, you know, Winnie the Pooh's house right here, or you want to go a little bit lighter.
As much as I love Winnie the Pooh, it's rustic with the knot, and the other one's rustic enough to pull it off.
Okay.
Plus, I love the curvature of the side closest to the camera. Like it's just got a really cool shape to it.
Yes.
So before you flipped it over, I took 2 screenshots so I could show Trish, because when she gets back, she's gonna freak out. That's the coolest piece of wood ever.
Well, then we're gonna take it back to the shop and keep filming.
All right. Appreciate all your help.
Have a good one. We'll see you later.
Take it easy, guys. Bye.
He approves.
Does he want us to preserve the turds?
You know, I forgot to ask him, but I'm gonna take artistic license and just say yes. So when you're looking for a live edge slab, you're gonna have 2 main enemies. Number 1 is moisture content. That means that the wood has water still in it, and as it dries, it's going to shrink and change and move, and that's what makes live edge slabs really wily. And when you first slab up a tree and you sticker it, like you see right here, there's little stickers in between the wood. This allows air to visit both sides of the wood and dry equally. If that's not there and the wood can only dry on one side and not the other, you'll end up with unequal pressure, and the wood will start to warp and change. So the second enemy that you're gonna have is the pith. So I call it the revenge of the pith. So this unstable portion of the wood right here, this is the early growth of the tree. You can see that the tree comes together, it has this really tight circle, and then right there is where the sapling was. And that part of the tree is just super unstable. Now the great thing is I could turn this into shelves. I could actually chop it off right here, and I could have a really beautiful smaller live edge slab on this side that's gonna be super stable, and it's gonna have lots of character. I'm gonna show you what red oak looks like. Now the biggest difference between red oak and white oak is not the color. It's whether or not the pores in the end are filled in with tylosis. So in red oak, they're open pore, and you can actually send air through those pockets, which makes it a little difficult to stain sometimes. Whereas white oak has the tylosis in those little pores and is completely sealed, which is why they used it for wine barrels and things like that. For color purposes, red oak is not always red and white oak is not always white. So now as far as identifying oak, oak is one of the easiest ones to identify because it's got this stuff called ray fleck. In these little areas right here, you'll see the rings of the tree And then you'll see these vertical strips, these ray fleck pieces going through it. It's a really easily identifiable characteristic of oak to have this nice big ring pattern that are pretty even, and then it has these little streaks of ray fleck going through it, like you can see right here. So another question we get a lot is, can I keep the bark? I love the way the bark looks. In some species, like aspen or hickory, that might be possible. But the bark on something like oak is likely to just pop off like this. Now underneath, this is the live edge itself. So most of the time when you're dealing with insects, they will be in the bark layer, that cambium layer of the tree. And so we generally want to have the bark off of there. All right, so we picked out the slab. We're gonna load it up. We're gonna head back to the shop. And in the next episode, we're gonna show you how we mill it down and turn it into the bar top and into those shelves. So follow along. We'll see you next episode.